Up, you guys? Good morning. It's it is Sunday, and it's a day off, so that's always good, right? Anyway, Sunday, I always say it's a day of rest, and that definitely has been a nice slow morning. Ate some breakfast, got some coffee going. Always a good thing. So I figured to open up a Sunday with a little story and why I'm a kind of a believer of this stuff and why I keep it on hand at all times. And let me grab it right here over here. And that stuff in question is this kroil. And I tell you, I always have one of these. This is actually a brand new one. It's sealed still, even though it's got a little rust on the top, but I even got another can I use. But I'm a big firm believer in this stuff. Why? I will tell you, and it involves this little tool. Oh, there's that dead rat I put out here. Well, he's not looking too good. Raccoon. Well, it started raining. Always a good thing. Okay guys, so since it's raining outside, I figured I'd do a little reloading because I usually don't get to it and we need to make some range videos coming up here. Get back out there quick. So I'm going to show you a little bit how to change over a caliber from the Dillon 650. What I need to do is actually I need to get it ready for I figured to do some 45 ACP. Right now it's set up for the 44 long or 44 special, I'm sorry, that I kind of jerry-rigged it to do from 45 Colt. That's what I meant about that. Alright, so the first thing I did was remove the handle, or the I guess you could say the bar that drops the powder. Alright, so first thing I did was remove that, and what I want to do is take off the powder measure by these two screws in the back here, and that's where this Allen wrench comes in handy because it's a little longer. Now I may goof this because I don't do this often. This machine is wonderful when it's set up and ready to go. That's the key word, when it is set up and ready to go. Now what I'm doing is just a simple caliber change, and I'm not needing to change the primers. When you have to change out from large to small pistol primers, it's a little bit more, there's a little bit more steps involved. Not much, but this is a little bit more simple. Alright, so got that out, and this little block here comes out. I'm sorry that the camera angles aren't the greatest, but this is just for a vlog, so I'm just kind of going through a little bit here. Okay, so that comes off. I want to take this off right here, and that comes off with, now hopefully I have all the right Allen keys here. I think I'm missing this one. Where did it go? Alright, so I got it out of there. I had to grab my other screwdriver and get it out of there. Okay, so remove this. This is the powder checker. You can take this out so it doesn't wind up beeping on you. Alright, cool thing is, because we're using 45, the little checker beam doesn't need to be changed out to any other different sizes, so that can be set aside here. Okay, so I'm going to pull these two pins and take out the tool head. It does help to have the tool head because you don't have to unscrew all these dies and then start over. Okay, so you can get rid of this. Now I got to find my 45. This is it right here. Okay, the 45 ACP tool head with all the sometimes actually before sometimes it's actually easier to do this without all that on there first. So I'm gonna stick these pins back in here so I don't lose them. Take off the little yellow piece inside here. There's another one. They're color coordinated. And on the bottom here, let me make you up. Okay, so unscrew this from the bottom here. See, it lives up in there. Okay, unscrew that. And that's kind of done up there. Larger Allen key. Let's take out these little brass stoppers from here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, and I believe it's this one, is move this up a little bit. You can see right under here is actually a set screw, so I'm going to loosen that up. So I loosen that up, take the larger one here and undo this one. This one for the most part in the center here can do by hand. Take off this this is like a this helps the rounds when they're finished slide down the track over there, and then here you can just take that right out. Now I try to keep this thing lightly oiled, everything, because there is parts on this machine that can rust, and it is an expensive machine. You want to take good care of it. Alright, here comes the shell plate. I sometimes try to wipe that off. Okay, now the next is right in here. Pull this back. I don't know if you can see that. Pull this back, and I'm going to remove this little sled right here. That's what it looks like. That's what the rounds are sliding through from the up here where the case feeder is. Okay, so now normally if I had to do the primer exchange here, I'd have to take this thing out, and so again, it's not that much trouble, but anyway, there you have it. Okay, so let's replace it with the 45 caliber shell plate. But before we do that, let's put the new sled in. I think it's easier to do it before you do this. Now, again, I did warn you that I have not done this often, so alright, so we're going to go ahead and screw this in. I guess basically reversing the operation. I'm kind of cutting this short because I don't want this to be the entire vlog here, but screw that down and put that bar back in there and everything. We'll add, when you tighten this thing down, you don't want to go snug. You want to go to where it's hand tight and then back it off just a little bit. Now, the reason you do that because you want this to rotate. Alright, put the colored pieces back in. I'm pushing right here. I know you probably can't see it very good, but I'm pushing that back in there. This little sleeve goes right in there. This right here has a little notch right there that fits right in here. You see the cutout. It's pretty simple to, okay, get that right in there. That's my powder alarm. Okay, and then this right here goes on the bottom. It screws in. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. It's a part of having part of the case feeding, the case feeder here. So you got this part, the other little collar in there, and then this silver part. Again, I don't know what these things are called. They just kind of know what they do. Okay, all right, and that's pretty much it. I got the brass buttons here. Okay, but I'm not going to put them in right away because I still need to do the powder adjustment. Okay, so this is the primer pickup stick. Just I got one in there just to show you how it works. The primer is facing down with the flat side up, and this little stick, if I can show you, picks it right up. And now I got a whole stack of them in here. I lost the cotter pin, so I just used like a needle or something, or whatever I found. Alright, now I remove this, and I'll show you it's actually right up here. You may not be able to see it. It's actually on the other side of this. Is it? Again, I'm not sure if you'll see it. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see it. But anyway, I'm just gonna drop all these primers in there. Okay, I'm back. Literally, I know it's in the video it's a snap, and here I am. But I actually took a little break, and it's dark out now. But coming back to it, loading up some 45s. Now I got it. Everything is in line, ready to go. These are the polymer coated bullets here from Badman Bullets, so if you are a reloader, please check them out. They do offer the best price for quality. Their stuff is really good. It's really accurate. I've done all my long distance shooting with it, and also the guys in competition are using it as well. So this polymer stuff is pretty much just as good as any jacketed bullet, and I found that it runs very clean, a lot less smoke going on, and definitely cuts the time of cleaning your barrels out by just more than half, if you ask me. So anyway, I've always had the problem with shooting my 44 and getting leading, and ever since I started using these, it's not a problem at all. And of course I'm using the 44 caliber stuff in this polymer coated. So here I got the machine ready to go, and you can see it's just pretty much cranking out 45 ACP just like this. And those of you that know how expensive 45 ACP is, this is literally for me, it's always been the only way to go as far as shooting 45. Even back before I was doing YouTube, I knew right away when I was getting into shooting 45 that I'm gonna have to reload. And I'll tell you, I never bought, I don't think I really ever bought a whole bunch of 45 ACP from the store to go shoot at the range. Friends of mine did, and we shot that, but I have not, because it's always been so expensive, and reloading it has been so easy. And the thing about 45 caliber is it's such a low pressure cartridge, there's really hardly anything to go wrong. And of course this thing has all the bells and whistles of checking your powder, make sure you're right at where you need to be, not over or under. Primer checker, so it's going to let you know if something's wrong, or where you're out of primers and whatnot. So pretty cool machine. Again, cranking out the 45 ACP because we're getting ready to go make some videos, which we have to. We've been slacking on that. I can't guarantee you, I don't know if tomorrow, if I'm actually going to go to make some videos. I might. We'll see in tomorrow's vlog. We'll see what happens. Might get up there and make some videos. Definitely shoot the 1911, get some 1911 action going. Okay, so just dropped in some more of these casings up in there. So you can see, just all I'm doing is really just setting the bullet where it needs to be. Machine is turning and doing all the rest. Here on the other side, I'll show you the what's going on here. There's the bullets coming right out. Looks like little lipsticks. You know what's funny is Federal has copied this, and now Federal Ammunition has their own polymer bullets coming out, and it looks just like this. And actually, I remember contacting Bad Man Bullets and saying, "Hey Pat, Federal's copying your stuff," and he got a little chuckle out of that, and he said, "Yeah, they sure are." So anyway, yeah, kind of a reloaded vlog, isn't it? Is that? I was turning on the camera and I was going, what the? It's actually the Hoppy's oil rags. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to get all oily, because I'm just got done reloading and got all my hands all full of that lead and all that stuff, and I want to try to keep free of that once I'm done. Wash my hands. What did he say? Wash my hands of this. Okay. All joking aside, cool stuff. Hopefully you checked out the chat video yesterday. If you like to just kind of come and join us, hang out. My buddy and I just kind of sat there, and I figured, hey, let's just turn the camera on and see what happens. And some of you enjoy that, and that's kind of why I like this channel and why I started it, was because it gives me the freedom to just really flip this thing on and just start going. So Reloaded, yes, that's going to be the title of this vlog. Reloaded, because getting ready, gearing up, possibly, there's no guarantee, that might get to the range tomorrow, might go make some videos, get some stuff in, I like to say, in the can, as sort of say, and get ready to get it published out on Batjack JW. Currently, ready. The subscriber count is going up, just slowly, but it's nice to see it's going up. Just produced, it got out today, the Walther PPS field strip video. You guys remember that if you keep an eye on the vlogs. That was an interesting pistol, how that takes down and all that. So, but hopefully you kind of like the little, I guess, not a very good tutorial on how to change over to press, because I didn't really have any good angles on it, but hopefully you got the general gist of it. But once it's, like I said, once that machine is tooled up, it really is, it's amazing. It's a money maker for sure, because it stops you from going to the store and spending a bunch of money on ammo that, to me, 45 ACP is the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of expenses for his ammo, because I love shooting it. I love shooting 1911s, but man, that is expensive when you start thinking about it. A friend of mine just recently bought a Glock 21, and I was kind of waiting for him to come back at me when he said, "I just went to the store," and so anyway, quit rambling, back to it. Beginning of the blog, we were talking about kroil and that little tool. Let me go grab that little tool, because I forgot to grab it. It's right here. Right here on my desk. Okay. I moved it. Got the little tool. Okay. Let's see. Here. Got one of my YouTube cards. So you can see up there. See what that top looks like? See those little claws? What this is this is a tool that is used to, it's got two ends. Yeah, so it's on both ends it's got those little teeth. What that is for is working on a Colt Python crane. The crane is what holds the cylinder and latches it into the frame. Okay, inside that crane is a little bushing that goes on the inside. It's threaded through the inside, much like a choke is on a shotgun. What that little collar does I believe that is what they call the crane collar, is it holds the spring inside, and that spring is what operates the ejector rod. Okay, I had one of those get turned around in there. It was simply, no joke, by operating it. I was cleaning it. I was cleaning the face of the cylinder, turning it, cleaning it, turning it, cleaning it, and it just got all wound up in there, jammed it up, had to take the whole thing apart. The spring came coming out like an accordion. Looked at it, found out what I had to do, ordered this little tool from Brownells, and yeah, it didn't work. Okay, here's the next problem with older guns like that, and it's another reason why Colt doesn't work on it. First of all, the parts are almost impossible to find, but it because it's so old, there's probably Loctite or whoever or whatever, it's seized up really good. But I soaked that entire crane in this kroil stuff, okay, and this is literally this is what it's for. It loosens, you can even read it right there, it loosens the toughest stuck together metal parts, and they say, or your money back. All right, I kid you not. I'm a believer in this stuff because it did whatever it did, it worked. And I didn't wind up using this $30 tool. Okay, I actually wound up sticking the end of a needle nose pliers in there and giving it just try not to mar up or gouge metal, and I did not. Turned it, came right out. Once I broke that, I used the tool. I did actually use it, I'm sorry. I did put it back in there and turned it and got it out. I could have probably just been a little bit more patient with this, but I think what was going on was really these little teeth, they're so tiny on there, they just weren't catching. And it needed that nice positive torque to get it free. So I'm a believer of this. I will always have one of these in my little inventory of stuff that I have. Yeah, because that was and working on those things. That is the problem with having older guns. You gotta know how to fix them when they go down, and you gotta find the parts. You gotta find out where the parts. I actually currently my Colt Detective Special, the spring's broken. I gotta replace that. I know where the part is online. There's a place I can buy it. You can find them on Numrich Gun Parts. They usually have them. Or there's actually a guy that has a supply stock of old Colt parts. They're money, but they're out there. So anyway, hopefully tomorrow I'll get to we'll take some 1911s out. We'll see. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't know really what's going to happen tomorrow, how the day's going to go. But that was today, Sunday. It rained. You saw that. So stayed indoors, worked on the reloading machine. I did go for a walk as the rain let down, but I didn't bring the camera because didn't want it to. It was raining up here, but when I drove down to the bottom, it was not. So, but I didn't want to bring the camera because he had it ruined out there. So anyway, thanks for watching the vlog. It's reloaded. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see what happens.